always welcome through your door, but please don't piss us off. Remember, we pay for your floor.
Hello and welcome to the We Pay For Your Floor podcast. I'm Phil.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Sarah.
And today we shall be discussing the socio-economic failings of Luxembourg.
Not a cake. Oh,
That's Battenberg! This week on Sarah's schooling lessons, we'll be teaching her some geography. Such as where the fuck Luxembourg is on a map.
where the fuck Battenberg is on a map?
Yeah!
But before
No.
that... No?
Did you not know Luxembourg was a country?
I do know Luxembourg is a
Okay.
country. No, because my brain first went to pink and yellow, and I was like, why does my brain go to pink and yellow? And because of Battenberg.
Battenberg, okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Did you drop something or did you just fart?
I didn't fart.
Oh.
Honest.
No.
Fart count?
I
Question
need
mark?
to know if I need to put the counter on.
Oh, right, no, it wasn't me. As far as I'm aware.
It wasn't me.
I'm not that old.
Honest officer.
It's not got to that point in my life where I'm farting and not knowing that I'm doing it. Although
I
have
promise I've not killed or raped anyone
anyone,
recently.
yeah. It weren't me.
I don't have a buried or stashed anywhere.
Just for the purposes of the tape, we watched a true crime video before
Oh, this is
recording.
getting cut.
Okay,
For the
good.
purpose of the tape.
I like that. That's a non-running thing now.
But before that, Sarah, how's your floor?
I can't remember. I was going
Forgetful.
to tell you something about it and I can't remember now. I forgot the first time as well.
Clearly you've been
Maybe there
having
should
a
be a
very
list.
memorable
Maybe there should be a
moment
list
with
that
your floor.
you do, where you just make a list of comments you can make about your floor.
Yeah, I need to write. This is why I have my book to
Yeah.
write these down because I've got a shit memory. But yeah, can't remember.
We should start.
Bristly.
We should start a new segment called Sarah's Memorable Moments.
When
It'll
she
only last
remembers.
10 seconds, but
Yeah. Oh, nice wallpaper.
And it's mostly
Oh,
just
nice
in-jokes,
wallpaper.
like Sarah going.
That's all I remember.
Auntie Pam. Oh yeah, she messaged me on Facebook.
I don't remember important facts, just in jokes. It's
Just
just
wacky!
all been replaced by
Yeah.
in jokes. What's your name? Tequila.
What do you want for dinner?
more than you thought you'd have.
Exactly. Yeah, that's
That'll
my
fill
age.
you up. That will
That's-
fill you up.
That's my
So
age.
where is it you said you were going on holiday? Quacking! No, east. East.
Under roof.
Under roof guest
Yes,
quarters.
that's it, under
and
roof room.
exposures.
Exposures.
For the purpose of the tape, me and Sarah went through a phase where we loved watching very posh people do tours of their very posh, very expensive houses to laugh at their bullshit words.
What was that channel called? It was like
Architect something.
something. Yeah. It
I'm
was
gonna
very
look it up.
I
I
hope
think
that's the
I
actual
think I
name.
subscribe.
Architect
I
something.
I think
People need to go
subscribe.
watch this. We need to tell the people to go and watch this because that is ridiculous.
I thought it was Architectural Digest.
That's it. Yes. Check out the nozzle count on that.
the
ad.
nozzle count.
The
Oh,
nozzle count.
It's all coming back to me.
Shit. To answer your, I was gonna say to answer your flaw. The question. To answer your question about the floor, can't remember.
Oh, that's good to know.
I'll tell you what. How your floor is under roof.
It is under roof flooring, or is it roof flooring? Because it's your roof.
Over ceiling flooring.
The ceiling. Phil's having a smoke.
You can't see it. You can just see one vein throbbing in his temple. So, Sarah, your vagina.
And I think that sets the new record.
No, I love the idea that whenever there's like an awkward pause where we're trying to remember what we're doing, one of us just says, "So, Sarah, your vagina."
In the eye.
Oh, that
In
was
the
fun.
eye.
Well, that was fun.
Who's vagina? Anyway.
Vagina.
The Chinese!
Yes, yes, is that Jade House? Please, I'd like some. Yes, please, I'd like some corn crackers. No, I can't even go through with the bit.
That's not as funny as we think it is. Oh man. Oh, right.
This is what will be remembered for when...
Yeah,
Vaginese.
none of the effort we actually put in.
I want that on merch.
Vaginese.
Just on the t-shirt. So, Vaginese, anyone? Is anyone Vaginese?
I'd wear that shirt downtown. Oh.
Is anyone Vaginese?
Oh.
I'm sweating. Alright.
Oh. Oh.
Oh man.
I know it's still Pride Month at the time we're recording this.
Yes.
But that's no way to refer to lesbians.
That hit me in two waves.
Yeah.
I initially found it funny and then my brain went, muff.
There's something really hilariously visceral about you. Just really stony face leaning right into the mic and going, muff.
I need some more water.
Can you fill up my wine while you're there, please?
Oh, I'll just bring the bottle.
What were we talking about?
Vaginese.
Vagina.
We were meant to be going to Phil's topic and we kept
Oh,
getting
sorry.
distracted by vagina.
Well, to change the mood slightly, I spent the last few days thinking Prince Harry was dead.
What?
Yeah!
Why?
And I was utterly convinced. To the point that I had a moment where I think I was in bed and like you were like getting ready to come to bed, like brushing your teeth or something, and I just looked at something up on Google and was just like, oh yeah, he's not dead. Because for some reason I think I had a dream where there
A
was
song to sing?
fuck off where there was this announcement that Prince Harry had died in an accident of
Yeah.
some nondescript sort. Must have had a dream where there was some sort of news announcement that Prince Harry had died
Yeah.
in some sort of accident. And for some reason this was cemented in my mind in the waking world.
Right, okay.
Because you might have seen that picture of the Queen where she was cutting a cake with like this fucking big curved sword.
Yeah. It was like a...
And there was like, I think there
It was
was,
a
Golden
birthday.
Jubilee or
It was
wasn't
a
Oh, it was a
birthday.
birthday.
there was like Camilla was just to the side and Kate was just to the side.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, Prince Harry's not there. Of course not, 'cause he's dead.
Oh my god.
And my brain was just like, not thinking, no, 'cause he lives in America. He lives
Yeah.
you
No,
know, on the other side
royal
of the
family will
Atlantic.
not accept him again now, yeah.
It's like, no, not because he lives on the other side of the fucking ocean. It's that, no, he died. How did he die? I don't know. He died.
You don't remember in the dream it didn't tell you how
no,
he died?
no,
Just died
he
mysteriously.
he died. He died.
He died. His heart stopped. Therefore,
died.
he was.
But then,
He is an ex-prince.
He
but
is
then
an
the more I
ex-prince.
thought, this was really nagging me for a few days.
Yeah.
It's like,
That was
Days?
just me.
yeah, no, this
You
was
went a
days.
period of days.
This was
Yeah,
days.
Phil,
I went,
Phil, that nagging was just me.
shut up. I'm
Trying to
trying.
get you to do the fucking pots.
Never gonna happen. But no, this was a
Days.
period of days where I thought Prince Harry was dead, and then I was like, why is there not such a big fuss about it?
Yeah, you'd think you'd see it
'Cause-
on... Yeah,
There was a big fuss about Phil,
obviously.
but no, they don't hate Harry. Not that I know the mainstream media has it out for Meghan, but
Yeah.
come on, everyone loves Harry. He's
Yeah.
a lovable scamp.
Yeah, obviously.
And then it was like maybe the fourth day after I'd
4 days, Phil.
I
Do
finally.
you not think to Google it at this point?
On the 4th day, I finally Googled it and I was like, "Oh, Prince Harry isn't dead." So my question to you two is:
Okay.
have you ever had? I suppose this could kind of come under the Mandela effect.
Where you thought someone was dead and they
Where
weren't.
you thought something had happened, turns out it was complete fiction. Like you made it up, or it's just. Especially if it's something that you yourself had thought. And
I once made someone think something that did. I made someone think something. So back when I was going out with my ex back and when I was like 17, he had really bad acne, and you know what I'm like with spots. Fucking love them. Love to pick them. So we went camping with my parents, and he was asleep, and I woke up, and we were facing each other, and there was just this juicy, ripe spot on his face. And this is going to be gross to anyone who doesn't like this sort of thing, but I was like, ooh. You know when you wake up and you could just, you know? And you just to start the day off, you know? Just to, ooh. So what I did was, he was still asleep.
Oh.
I picked it and then pretended to be asleep. Like this. And he woke up and he went, oh. And he hit me. And I was like, what? He went, you picked my spot. I was like, darling, you were dreaming it. He went, oh, right, it's all right. And I'm like, I'm a master manipulator. I'll do anything to pick a spot.
Some partners beat their wives or husbands. Some cheat, some lie, some beg, some steal, some gamble. You just ninja pick
What's
spots.
the word where you convince someone that they didn't happen by just saying it?
Gaslighting.
I just gaslight people. That's what I do.
You gaslit your ex into thinking you hadn't picked his spot.
Made him feel guilty for hitting me. After picking his spot.
Yeah, actually that's a bad. How dare you? I would never do something like that, Bo Shaggles.
Bo Shaggles.
I thought I'd talk about
Oh, remember this? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what was the other one? Slozenge.
Slozenge. Slozenge is a great word. Slozenge is like Jim or James Stephanie Sterling's word of chungus, where it's a word that means everything.
Oh, okay.
Originally, it did mean Jonathan's anus. It was his sweet little chungus.
Okay.
Slozenge is a word for everything.
Oh, okay.
And nothing.
And yeah.
It is slozenge.
It is slozenge.
We are slozenge.
That sounds like a perfume.
Slozenge by
Philip English.
Reputable source.
Reputable source.
No. Philip English doesn't sound good enough for a perfume. I think it needs to be Slozenge by Sanchez Particulates.
Yes. Oh, excuse me. I
that was
apologise.
right.
I'm so sorry.
Have you ever wanted to smell like a flowery, beautiful woman, whilst at the same time smelling like the beautiful fragrance of freshly made Chinese food? May I present to you Vaginese? The new fragrance de parfum. The eau de parfum.
Eau de
From
parfum.
Goop.
From Goop. Yeah,
Yes.
that is exactly something Gwyneth Paltrow would
It really
make.
fucking is, though. It really fucking is. Well, there's probably too many for me to pick, to be honest, Phil. I think a lot of things that aren't true. Probably. Just haven't found it out yet.
Give her a minute. She only learned percentages
I only
yesterday.
learned percentages the other day. So.
But that's the new goal of this podcast.
Educating Sarah.
Educating Sarah.
We're doing a new version of Educating Rita. And you're Rita.
God bless you, both of you. What about you, Andy? Have you had any?
We're starting at much more basic levels, and there's a lot of talk about genitals. That's this version of Educating Rita. I'm trying to think, because I've had instances of actual known Mandela effects that I've had. So, like, I for years thought the Monopoly Man had a monocle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no.
Doesn't the Pringles man have a petrichor?
That's the smell of dust after rain.
My brain sometimes. Doesn't the Pringles have a petrichor? Phil, you'll know.
Whatever you say, dear. Don't touch me.
I'm scared. Doesn't he have a monocle? The Pringles.
No, I don't think so.
No, he doesn't.
No. Which?
He has a bow tie.
He does. Oh, and a mustache.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm looking down the list now. I used to think that Looney Tunes was Looney Tunes.
No,
Oh,
it's tunes
tunes.
with a UN.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Febreze having 2 E's in the breeze.
Does it? I thought it did, doesn't it?
It's Febreze.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, because breeze usually has 2 E's in it, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. We've just broke Phil.
I was just trying to.
I'm just looking down the
spell.
list of them now, see if there's any of these that I've had. Sketch is having a T in the word, it doesn't.
Oh, the shoes.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
shoe
it's
brand, the shoe brand.
Skechers.
Yeah, there we go, Monopoly Man and his monocle.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was one. Out of curiosity, without looking on the shelf behind you, what colour's Pikachu's tail?
Oh, it's
It's yellow.
yellow with, isn't it brown at the base?
There you go, that's correct.
Yeah, because a lot of people get it wrong way around, don't they?
Apparently it's really common that people think it's got black on the end, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's brown at the base.
Why is this a thing? Why is this a phenomena?
Thank you. If you didn't do it, I would.
Why is this a thing?
I don't know, that's why it's so interesting.
Because obviously the Mandela thing, because everyone thought that Mandela was dead. That's the point, isn't
Yeah,
it?
people thought he died in jail.
In jail.
No, he went on to be
No.
the president of South Africa.
Yeah. So yeah, why is that a thing? Why is that? Is it because our brain just makes assumptions to make connections quicker? It's like
Maybe,
it's
and then
like-
sort of scarily enough, fake news spreads.
that's why. Yeah. I mean,
and becomes the accepted norm.
I think that's why you can read words by just using the first letter and the last letter, isn't it?
Yeah.
And you don't necessarily need the middle.
Your brain
do you?
kind of runs,
It
like,
just
fills
skips,
in the gaps.
yeah, skips to fill in the gaps for itself. I think that's why people see things in the dark as well, isn't it? Because when you look at dark, your brain says, I have to do something with this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it
it's
tries
like,
to make
this is all
recognisable
empty,
shapes.
so there
Yeah,
has to be
exactly.
something
So,
there.
yeah, so it
And it's
makes
like, oh
something.
fuck, it's a demon.
Exactly.
It is
yeah.
a-
Oh no, it's only in
It
there.
is an
Oh
awful
fuck, it's a demon.
I've got both of these. I've
Go
got
on.
both of these. What does the evil queen say in Snow White?
Magic mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
It is Magic Mirror, but
Ah.
apparently it's very. And I've
Mirror,
thought this for
mirror.
years that it's Mirror Mirror.
Well, there's that film called Mirror Mirror.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
Yeah.
That it's a Mandela Effect thing where people thought the original film said Mirror Mirror, and
I
it
always
doesn't. It's
thought
Magic
it did,
Mirror.
yeah.
Same with Luke, I am your father. I knew this one. He never says Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, he says,
no.
I
am
am
your
your
father.
father.
It's not possible!
Such your feelings, you know it to be true.
One of them that I didn't even know about was apparently Mother Teresa was not actually made a saint until 2016.
Do you know she
Yeah,
wasn't
well,
that great?
most saints aren't canonized until well
Until
after
they're
their
dead, yeah.
Don't they have to die to be a saint?
I think so.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah.
But weren't she kind of like racist and homophobic? Just
She was a bit of a
popular
cunt.
opinion. Yeah. I would like to know why that's a thing. Why your brain
It is
just-
very fascinating
Why is
to
that
think
a
about.
group thing as
Because
well?
it's
It's
like,
not
I think if it was a one-off, then yeah, it's just a thing. But the fact that it's
Yeah.
a collective thing
Yeah.
that multiple people have thought.
But across the planet as well. It's
Yeah,
not like
exactly.
it's one culture. It's come from multiple cultures.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in answer to your question.
Marvellous.
So basically, Prince Harry's dead and we don't know how.
Yeah.
in the
But-
library with a
but he's not
candlestick.
dead.
It's fine, Ed Sheeran will stand in for him.
Oh, he can fucking die.
Do you not like Ed Sheeran?
No.
Tell the story about when you met Ed Sheeran, please.
When I
Meet Ed Sheeran?
well, I think I did.
Okay, go ahead. Go on.
He doesn't care, so he doesn't really remember.
Yeah.
But when I described what Ed Sheeran looks like to him, and I think I showed you a picture, and you were like, "Yeah, that was him."
Yeah, and it was a hot topic of conversation in both the office before work and the pub after work,
Okay, yeah.
and also with certain people on shift. Because I don't mind mentioning the place of work at this time since they don't exist anymore.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
that's
does it
true.
exist anymore?
No,
No.
they went down the toilet a couple of years ago. This was back at home fundraising.
Oh.
Turn that off!
It's cool.
Well, go stick your head in the toilet.
For the purpose of the tape, Sarah looks like she's about to frisbee throw a pillow at me.
Just
I'm waiting for
With
that
a
to.
lot of effort.
I'm waiting for that to fly out of your hand and
Yeah.
break his face.
Or
Again.
something.
Break his nose the other way.
Oh my god, we haven't even spoken on the podcast about me breaking my nose yet.
It's fine. By the time this goes out, your nose will be fixed.
But cancer,
fucking hell!
whatever.
You lose some weight there, Phil.
That
Fucking
one
hell.
came from his feet,
In
didn't
all
it?
my born
Naturals!
That was meaty.
That was meaty.
reverberations.
The reverberation. Fuck a duck. Carry on.
That burp was so heavy it broke our floor that we paid for.
Oh shit, not again. So, I was working for Home Fundraising.
Yes.
This was many a year ago.
Many a moon.
Whose story is this? You leave the moon out of
I
this.
just said the phrase many a moon.
Moon. Don't start on that, because then we'll never get Sarah stopped. From
What?
when you start about
Vagina. I don't know
Vagina!
Vagina. So,
Home
Home
fundraising,
fundraising.
Sheffield City Centre.
Yeah.
This was back at the time when I was one of the times when I was a team leader, because I used to leave, pretend that I was actually putting effort into university, and then go back to working at Home fundraising full time.
yeah.
And every time I went back to full time, I was usually made a team leader pretty quickly.
Okay.
Because they
You knew
were
what you were
desperate.
Right.
I pretended to know I knew what I didn't know.
Yes.
No.
Mhm.
Like now, I pretend to know I know what I know. And they were desperate
Okay.
because they hired this.
No. Don't say that.
But I was doing a bit of recruitment,
Okay.
on-street recruitment, and we had permission to do Fargate and various bits of the city centre, right up to Hallam
Okay.
campus,
Yeah.
outside the Owen building.
Yeah.
Which was great for getting loads of students, because you could have someone at the top of the stairs near the traffic lights and someone at the bottom of the stairs near the doors.
Lots of foot traffic.
Lots of people coming to and from. And it wasn't even stopping them for an interview or anything, it was just getting names and numbers.
Yeah.
Names, numbers, email addresses, that was it, and then booking them in for an interview later
Right. Okay.
to go and work for Home Fundraising.
Oh, recruiting.
Which,
okay.
yeah, which I should preface was a charity fundraising sort of outsourcing management company. So they worked on behalf of, like, when I did it, I did like Oxfam, British Heart Foundation, Marie Curie, Bernardo's, all sorts of different.
I was trying to think of Bernardo's, but for some reason all I could think of was Fernando.
And that, annoyingly, my head is now stuck in two different things fighting against each other. One is the ABBA song Fernando, and the other is Paddy McGuinness screaming, "You're going to the island of Fernando's!"
Let the donkey see the carrot.
It's just...
What?
You don't remember that?
No!
It was
I remember, like, no
Take
liking,
Me
no
Out.
lying. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that was
I
that.
never heard him say, let the
Let
donkey see the carrot.
see the carrot.
I'm sure he would have said that at once.
Yeah.
That episode went for what, 5 billion years?
I meant, like,
Yeah.
let the match see the box and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Sorry, I interrupted.
So I had a fairly decent day-ish.
Mhm.
This, fortunately, was one of the few extra things where I was in the office early that I was actually paid for.
Right.
With that job, you weren't paid until you got on site for shift. You were supposed to start at 3:30, start knocking doors, and finish at 9 o'clock, and you were paid for those hours,
Yeah.
minus a half-hour lunch break.
Yeah.
Lunch break, which was more like 6 o'clock by the time you actually took it.
Yeah.
If you were a team leader, you were expected to be in the office for 1, preferably 12.
Right. There's in times wise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's anywhere up to like 3.5 hours of a day,
Mhm.
5 days a week,
Yeah.
that you're not getting paid for,
Well, fuck that sideways.
which
Yeah.
was not nice.
No. No.
Granted, team leaders, they did eventually give you an extra hour's pay on top of, so essentially
okay.
you're essentially being paid from 2:30 through
Okay.
till 9.
Yeah.
Oh, how generous.
How
Yeah.
generous.
Thank you.
Oh god,
Yeah.
that was loud.
Why was that Ricky Martin?
No, I don't think so.
That sounded like Living La Vida Loca.
I don't think it was.
Why are you infesting my shitty story with Living La Vida Loca? And if you're not,
and
I
other
expect a
songs.
1,000 word report on why on my desk by noon tomorrow, good boy.
And ABBA songs. Don't
ABBA songs.
Yeah, I want the implications of ABBA and Ricky Martin.
That's very gay. That's very gay.
But how gay is it?
Not gay enough. What's the rest of my sentence?
There was something in the air that night.
There's definitely something in your fucking head tonight.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Ah,
So,
Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran,
So
yeah.
I was on Fargate. You
Yeah.
know that place. It's a
Aye,
street. It's
I've
got
been
stuff.
there.
I was next to the
Aye,
Yorkshire
yeah.
Bank near the town hall.
yeah.
Chatting to people, lovely people. Some of them look like cunts because it's Sheffield.
Yeah.
Because it's a town.
Because
and
they're
then,
people, Phil.
yeah, because humans.
Mm-hmm.
Because humans. Humans.
Got it, mate.
Fucking humans. But this one guy was sort of milling around, and I walked up to him and I was like, "Hey, mate, interested in the job?" I said, "Mate." I was
Oh,
being
who
very.
are you?
I know. I
Who
was
are
being.
you?
I was being a proper lad.
Lad.
I was actually being.
Nando's.
This was before the world of work had fully broken my spirit,
you,
and I was
yes.
actually mildly chipper and approachable.
Yeah.
That was long before you met me, though.
Oh fuck yeah!
Was this before Ed Sheeran was famous then? Or
Oh no
after?
no no! He was quite famous.
Okay.
My mate Matt, that you've never met, used to have a certain Ed Sheeran song as his alarm on his like phone or iPad or
okay.
something. Problem is, he would wake up
Hate it.
and leave before the alarm would start going off, and he would have
okay.
like 10 different alarms set.
He did this all the fucking time.
And because we were in like a shared student thing, his room was always locked. So all we could hear echoing throughout the fucking house was his shitty Ed Sheeran song playing on loop for 7 or 8 hours
Which
until
one
he got
was it?
home. I don't fucking care. Something about angels flying.
A-Team.
I don't fucking know.
That's the one about angels.
I don't
can't
care.
remember what lines are
I
now.
want it burned from existence. I just hear him going, fly, fly.
Yeah, because the last line of the chorus.
Fuck off!
The last line of the chorus from 18 is, "It's too cold outside for angels to fly."
I'm gonna stab you.
It's that.
So you were speaking to a ginger guy on the
Before
high
I
street.
forget though, Matt, do you remember that day back when you were before we lived here, when he left for work, left his alarm on, and we had to listen to Thunderstruck by AC/DC for 12 fucking hours? I fucking despise AC/DC. I think they are dog shit. And I had to listen to Thunderstruck for 12 fucking hours. I nearly broke his room door just to go in and shut the fucker up. Anyway, tangent over, continue about Ed Sheeran.
Right, so Ed Sheeran, he's a bit of a prick.
Yes. So you
Um,
were speaking to a fella on the high street.
So yeah, I
Oh,
spoke to this
fuck
fellow
off.
on the high
Right.
street, and I was like, so basically offering him a job as a charity fundraiser.
Right.
And he's like, well, actually, I've got this music thing that I'm doing. I'm kind of taking pretty seriously. I was like, oh, good for you. I hope you do well with that.
Oh my god!
Is that hey, you can always do this on the side, just as a sort of part-time thing. We've got flexible hours. We haven't got flexible hours. They didn't. Is that no, like really, I want to just sort of focus on my music. I was like, okay, are you sure I can't? And then he said the line,
Yeah.
which made me think, who is this prick? Is that, don't you know who I am? He took off his cap and was just this flock of ginger hair. I stared him dead in the eyes and said, no mate, no idea. But you have a nice day. And it wasn't until I got to the office that people were like, because there was this one really arrogant prick. And I started describing him. He was like, yeah, he said, don't you know who I am? And he took off his hat and was this ginger hair. He was like, what did he look like, Phil? So, well, you know, ginger, got a face, human man.
Shut up, that's
Is that-
hilarious.
Did you just offer Ed Sheeran a job at this shitty place? What do you mean? Oh, well, that looks kind of like him.
I'd like to point out that
I
Phil said this to the man who is currently the 14th most listened to artist in the entire world.
Allegedly.
On Spotify.
Allegedly. I don't know if it was actually
We
him.
need to,
It
when
was
this-
just some ginger guy in Sheffield.
When this episode goes out, we need to tweet it at him and see if he remembers Phil. And if he does, and it was, I can die. I will die. I will die because that's actually
And
fucking
then,
hilarious.
if you do, you don't have to worry about getting any grades.
No, that's it. I'm dead. That's amazing. That is so funny, Phil.
If it was actually him, I don't know how to feel about it. Because
What would you do?
looking back on it now, it's, well, nothing.
Well,
It's not-
yeah.
It's in the past.
Yeah.
Uh,
Bless.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Just do like
it's-
shit.
It's just that.
Just offer him a job.
Yeah. Do you want to come and work at Insert Brewing here? Do you want to come and work for my new fantastic employer?
So Ed, mate, look, I saw the
Ed.
album sales are down on the new one. Not quite working out IRO. Tell you what,
Don't you
Bright
know,
House
yeah.
has got some great jobs going.
Why would he have been in Sheffield?
Bright House?
It
I
might
haven't
be
worked
good
on
for you,
Bright House.
for me.
Andy, I haven't worked for Bright House for over
Yeah,
a year.
no, but like if,
The
if
finance
was,
department is gone.
obviously
Everything's
he was,
gone.
if he was famous at this point, which I'm assuming he was, maybe he was on a tour or doing a gig in Sheffield, which might have meant he was, spending the day in Sheffield.
Let's look at dates.
Well,
He would have been in Sheffield.
people-
So what year was
I was
this?
about to say we're not going
I-
to find this
I
out, but I'm
don't
realising
know.
it's you, so you probably will. You'll find out the exact step he stood on and what he was eating.
I can't quite remember where. It would have been maybe about 8 years ago.
Well, he would have been. Well, he was in Sheffield in 2019, for starters.
That's not 8 years ago.
No, I know I've only just discovered percentages, Phil. I know that wasn't 8 years ago.
I thought you knew time. Oh, we've got to
Right,
teach
well,
us time
his
now.
first album came out in 2011, so the chances are it was after then.
Yeah, it'll be sometime between then and now. I'm being very helpful, aren't I? But no, I'd say it was around 8 years
here
ago,
we
because
go.
we've been together 7 years.
Concert archives.
And I know I didn't tell you that story until after we got together. And it was already a thing by then. But the general consensus was that it was either some other smaller local band who the frontman was known as being a bit of a prick,
Yeah.
or the more generally accepted idea was that, yeah, that was Ed Sheeran.
Well, there was the Leeds Festival. He could have been in Sheffield, going through Sheffield to get
Yeah,
to Leeds.
maybe. That would make
That
sense.
was in 2011. Oh, he did perform with Snow Patrol, aren't they, from Sheffield?
Are they? I'm going to look this up now.
I don't know.
I only just because I'm Googling it all
That's
now.
2012.
I'm just, that would have been around the right
That would have
time.
been around the right time.
I was
Like
just
March
looking for books,
time.
I was kind of curious.
March sounds about right.
Snow Patrol from Scotland.
Oh, are they? Oh, which place is the
But it
band?
doesn't matter.
You're thinking of Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't matter. You could have still performed
Cold.
with them in
Yeah,
Sheffield.
Very cold band.
The point is, Phil told Ed Sheeran to his face that he had no idea who the fuck
Potentially
he was.
Ed Sheeran. We
Potentially.
don't know if it was
Allegedly.
definitely Ed Sheeran.
We'll tweet him when the podcast goes out and we'll see if we get a reply. Bless
Right,
him.
before we finish,
He's got far more interesting things to do than listen
There
to
is
this
nothing
shit.
more interesting than meeting you, Phil. There you go.
Thank you, you patronising bitch.
I did not say that patronising.
Welcome for new blank at Drumcliffe.
it's Drumcliffe.
Welcome for. Say again.
Welcome for new blank at Drumcliffe. Drumcliffe is all one word, it is a place.
Sounds Scottish.
Irish.
Ah,
Close
Celtic.
enough.
Celtic.
Celtic.
It's the wrong type of Celtic, but it's Celtic. Mascot.
Welcome for new blank at Drumcliffe.
Yes.
Mascot.
Would you like a bit of information about Drumcliffe? It might help you.
Yeah.
Drumcliffe is a village in County Sligo, Ireland. It is 8 kilometres north of Sligo town, on the N15 road on a low gravel ridge between the mountain of Benbulben and Drumcliffe Bay. It is on the Drumcliffe River, originally called the Codnack, which I probably fucking mispronounced, which drains Glencar Lake.
Oh, Glenn.
So I'm assuming that's really helped you along
No,
as to
not even a
what's new?
Not a
In
Is
Drumcliffe.
it a draining system just because of what it said there at the
Damp.
end?
Actually, I suppose, in a way, you don't want this to be damned.
Okay.
Sewer system?
Oh, a new sewage pipe.
Welcome for new loo at Drumcliffe.
What?
Just a single loo. A single loo. Just the one.
Just the one.
In the entire city.
Well, it's a little town or village. It's fine. They only.
They're at a time. They're still stuck in the 1800s where you have to throw your shit out of a bucket.
It is Ireland.
Yeah.
Let's face it. Go on, sorry.
A portable toilet has been installed at one of Sligo's leading tourist attractions.
Is it the Sligo Toilet
It's-
Museum?
it's the
They're
li-
just starting off.
It's the wording that's welcome to new toilet. Welcome to our city. Welcome.
Welcome to what was it?
Oh,
Welcome
no,
to
there's more. There's more.
Welcome to Drumcliffe. We have a portaloo.
Why are they Welsh?
I don't know.
The placement of a toilet at Drumcliffe car park near the graveyard in which noble poet W.B. Yeats is buried has been welcomed by local councillor Tom Fox. I am delighted that a toilet has been provided at Drumcliffe car park in time for the busy tourism season. I would like to acknowledge Sligo County Council for its immediate response when the Department of Housing, Local Government and Heritage recently announced the allocation of funding to local authorities to support their work in keeping outdoor spaces clean and to help them provide the infrastructure and facilities required to ensure the safe enjoyment of our public spaces.
Jesus Christ.
And we have a picture of the new
Of the
toilet
toilet!
at Drumcliff.
Oh my god!
Are you ready?
I am not ready.
I do not think you are.
I am not ready.
Ladies and
Come on.
gentlemen, gather round and behold the new toilet at Drumcliffe car park.
Why have they took it like that? Why does it look like a kid that's not been picked up off a football? Why does it look like
Such a depressing photo.
And look, there's just a little cone as well.
It looks like a picture you'd use for the RSPCA. This toilet has been abandoned in a car park. Abandoned, unloved.
Siobhan is a poor, lonely toilet.
Why have they chosen the most
But for just
miserable
£2 a month, you can help rehome Siobhan to a caring toilet block.
NSPCT.
MSPCC.
National Prevention for the National Centre for the
WC,
Prevention
you
of
mean?
Cruelty to Toilets.
Oh, I was going to say WC for like water closet, innit?
Oh, they.
Yeah. That's actually hilarious. I love it.
I thought you didn't do nouns.
What, sorry?
I thought you didn't do nouns.
Oh, I know. I'm great. I'm learning.
Percentages, nouns. God.
I know. Not all the nouns. So let's not go too crazy.
You learn colours at rainbow next.
I do. I know colours.
Anyway, that'll do it for this week's. That'll do it for this week's episode of the We Pay for Your Floor podcast. I have been Andy,
I have been Phil.
And I've been Sarah.
and until the next episodes, we will see you later.
I'm going to go home now.
And do what?
Stuff.
Good. You better.
Because we pay for your floor.